welcome to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome to you. Going to be reading for the lovely star sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius. So Sag, this week a little bit different. I've sort of gone on the theme of a storybook. Back in the 80s I purchased some of these albums. It was the Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, and I happened to find them the other day and I thought, oh, I'm going to use these. I thought, I want to utilise this. So what I've done this week is I've pulled 15 cards out, okay, at random, sort of, you know, as you do when you're shuffling. And I have placed them inside these sort of albums so I can read it to you this week as in sort of a story format. So I just thought it'd be a little bit different. So if you're comfortable and ready, Sagittarius, we will begin. So let's just open up your story for this week. What have we got going on for the lovely Sag? I'm just going to move your card out the way before we start. I did put these fairy pictures on myself. I just love the artwork of these fairy postcards. So we will open up and we will begin to see what tarot card came out for you in the first position. And we have this beautiful card of perspective. So Sag, having the perspective card coming out for you at the start of the week for your energies, your overall energies for the week, it's basically saying you're fully focused on something, whether that's an idea at the moment, okay? You've got a future perspective going on. So there's plans in the sort of making for you, and very assertive energy, very positive energy, where I feel over the last couple of months, you hadn't really got sort of a dedicated focus on what you wanted to achieve this year. It's as though now your world is starting to shape within your own hands. So there's ideas going on that you want to pursue, okay? This could be in any sort of aspect of your life. It could be a perspective on your work ethics, a perspective on leisure time, okay? Sort of balancing out the work-life balance. Those of you who don't work, then just feel it's creative ideas in your hands that you can materialise and sort of put plans into motion. There's birds in this card as well, so I just want to say to you, there is some communication that you may be waiting on that will be coming in this week that will sort of give you the answers to where you move forward next, okay? Next card that comes out is the World, and this is what I was saying. I do feel that you are looking and shaping the world as you want it, as in your living sort of day to day, your work ethics, and what have you. So there's big plans going on here, okay? You've been in this darkness, sort of stumbling around really, not having any clear focus of what you want to concentrate on. That is all changing, and you've got this future vision, this future perspective. It hasn't got to you yet. You haven't reached it yet, because obviously when you're looking to the future, we're never really in the future, are we? We're always in the here and now. But you have got plans and aspirations of wanting to maybe start something. It could even be a YouTube channel, okay? It's that kind of an energy. And we've got 29, and 29 adds up to 11. 1 and 1 obviously comes to 2, but I want to go on the 11, sort of a new beginning, a new start, and it's fated as well, Sag. And we're on about fated, okay? And I haven't sort of had time to study the cards in these albums, and basically I've randomly picked the albums to go with the star signs anyway, where I felt each album, I've just randomly picked one. So I've got no idea, I've not sat there and sort of, you know, pre-done these stories. I always read them as I am turning the pages. So as it said, it's the fates. The fates are coming in, and there's something that you're destined to do as well. I feel for some of my Sagittarians out there, you may feel upside down at the moment, this topsy-turvy energy of feeling that you're not doing your purpose, what you were put on this life, this planet to do. But There is something coming in that is fated. This could be a meeting of a friendship, it could be a new partner, a new relationship, a new job, okay? It's something that you are wishing that you've got this idea on, and it's as though that fate's card, it's as though that person has been like a fossil for so long and starting to come back to life, okay? You've got this sign and you are being given a silver lining as well. Some of you, I feel, some of you are being offered a silver lining. So we move on and we have the beautiful animal spirit cards, and look at these. The dragonfly is the alchemical sign of air. This is to do with the communication, as I had in the other card with the birds, but it's sort of a fragile energy of, and a dragonfly, if you notice, never keeps still. They sort of hit the water and they keep bouncing, and they never sort of stay in one place very long. And this is what your energy has been. It's been here, there, everywhere, okay? Sort of having ideas, trying to work out where you want to navigate to, what you want to be doing and concentrating on. But then we've got the beautiful energy of the dolphin, which is the element of water. And I always like to associate the dolphin with happier times. And this something brings a smile on your face. Okay, so there's going to be this sort of fated meeting, fated opportunity, fated idea that is, you know, going to make you think, I'm actually now happy and I'm going to run with this. So it's really positive energy. We then have the Lady of Lightning, and it surprises, sometimes shock, a total paradigm shift. And this is what I'm saying, there's a shift here. There's this element of surprise, and we've got the Lady of Lightning. Something's going to come out of the blue. It could be an old friend that sort of turns up that you haven't spoken to for a couple of years, okay? I'm just going to alter my lamp, guys, because I do feel it's on a bit of a flickering discotheque light. Let me just move it there a second. So yeah, we've got the Lady of Lightning. And it's weird, my light's starting to flicker. Let me just change the setting. Bear with us, Sag. That's better. Right, we got rid of the flickering lights. So yeah, the Lady of Lightning surprises, sometimes shock. So you could hear of some information of a third party that you wasn't privy to, and that sort of comes in for you, where there can be sort of, it's not bad news, it's good news, but in a shocking way, as in I never thought they would achieve that, or I never thought that had happened to them. It's that kind of an energy. But regarding yourself here, the Lady of Lightning is fate's coming in to give you a sort of wake up call, okay? And then we've got faith. And I want to say there's some situations around my Saggies where you have lost faith, you've lost direction, and sort of just feeling lost in general. I always work with colour, guys, and we've got red in this card, and it's sort of, some of you have been worrying over certain situations. Because I've had the birds in these last couple of cards, you could be waiting for some important information to come through, whether you've been accepted for a job or not for some of you, whether you've been accepted on a study course. It's that kind of an energy, but don't meet your problems halfway. I feel like some of you are worrying over nothing, and I do feel that the news that will come in is fated for you either way. Always remember that sometimes things don't go our way because it makes us shift and change our ideas, and it always ends out to be a better one, even in relationships, okay? So then we have strength, and it's just to say we've had a lot of 8s in this mathematics on these cards of late. We had an 8 there, and 3 and 5 add up to 8, and there was an 8 previously. It's like coming round full circle on something, and it's saying you have the strength here and the guidance and courage to forge forward, okay, on this idea or changes that are coming in around you. I feel for some of my Sagittarians, your voice needs to be heard. You also need to take centre stage. Some of you need to have more confidence and belief in yourself that you can take on the challenge that is being presented to you, where you are worrying, thinking, am I going to pull this off? With the faith card, the strength following it, saying you've got this, okay? So don't sort of worry yourself senseless over whatever that may be at this time. We then move on to the Four of Pentacles with the Elixir of Life cards. Beautiful cards here. And the Four of Pentacles is holding on to financial situations. Being careful around your finances at this moment in time. I also feel for a small minority of you, somebody may come and ask to loan money off you, okay? And it's as though, I think this is only for a small minority of people, it could only be for one person. I feel you've given money to a family member or a friend in the past, and that money hasn't sort of materialised back, and we've got to a situation where they asked for more money, and it's like, you haven't paid me back what I originally gave you. So your hands are firmly on your purses or wallets to say, no, I can't give any more. You still owe me from previously. And they always say, don't they, a fool and a fool and his money is soon parted. And in this case, I do feel you would be a fool to sort of offer further help to this person when they need to have the lesson of they've got to get their debt under control. Okay, as I said, financial situation in this format is, not going to be that story is not going to sort of resonate with everybody, but overall, to do with your finances, I feel on the general that you are sort of saving. You are reluctant at the moment in spending money. You're sort of trying to keep a tight budget on things. And then the Elixir of Life here, as I have said, Sag, in the whole of this reading, I just feel your energies are shifting and you are coming back to life. You can think straight, okay? You've got ideas where your mind was really bamboozled and muddled over in the last couple of months. There's more clarity and there's more focus. And yes, you may have to sort of look at your financial situation in order to start maybe a new hobby or new interest, a new sort of sideline, as in to earn some extra income. But with the Elixir of Life, this can come into fruition for you with the right planning. We then have a beautiful card of Lead the Way. I love this artwork on this card, and I love stags anyway, but light your own path. It's telling you, okay, the fates and the universe is telling you, time for you to take your own stance in life, time to stand your ground on any situations, face your fears, okay, and start to lead the way, start to forge out the pathway for yourself. Don't sort of follow others, and lead and light up your own way. A beautiful energy for you, Sag. And then we've got the Tree of Illumination. So, within these cards this week, they are sort of highlighting the fact here. It's got truth, revelations and understanding. And the Tree of Illumination is about the inner roots of you, okay? Allowing your true essence to come out and shine for the person you are, and start to build on a foundation, okay? The Tree of Illumination, it's about putting roots down and shining and getting a sort of either business or idea or some kind of concrete foundation down that is going to benefit you in the long run. We then have the fairy realms coming in, and we've got Rescued and Believe. As I said, I feel some of my Sagittarians are struggling with believing and doubts that they can do this. They can create their own sort of offside business. They can create their own artwork. They can create and make things, okay? It's all about believing, and that's why the belief fairy has come out. I feel some of my Sagittarians have gone through the mangle of late, sort of beating themselves up, not happy in the situations that they find themselves in, whether that's work, whether that's home life, relationships, what have you. But it's saying with the rescued fairies, you are going to be given this silver lining. You are going to wake up one morning and the penny's going to drop and think, you know what, I am going to lead the way. I am going to do things for me. I want to be happy, like the dolphin that came in on your animal spirit cards. So again, 1 and 7 comes to 8. So we have another 8 in this sort of numerology numbers, where something comes back full circle. But this time where you doubt yourself, you are now going to take the energy and believe that you can rescue yourself and put your best foot forward. It's like he's dragging onto his foot and saying, go on, Sag, you can do this, you've got this, okay? And then the message from Spirit, we have tried to go one day without complaining and only affirm the positive. And this is what your energy has been, complaining, okay? I'm not happy, I don't feel well, I hate this job, I wish I could do this. It's all that kind of negativity. And with the beautiful sunflower that Spirit are bringing in on this final card for you, then it's saying you need to have that belief, okay, and drop the negativity and focus on all the positives that you could be doing and manifesting for yourself in 2022. So, my lovely Saggies, I hope you can take something from that reading. What I'm going to do now is a lady who won one of my giveaways sent me a little booklet, okay, and it was the 12 Emily Dickinson bookmarks, and they've got sort of little pictures on, and they have got some poetry words, but bear with me with the poetry because they are quite complicated to read, because some of the wording is in old language, so they are a challenge, to be fair, but I wanted to utilise them. So I'm just going to randomly flick through them and feel where I want to stop for you. Okay, where do I want to stop for the lovely Saggies? I feel this one for you. I'm going to take this one. It's sort of, I've picked it because it matches in with the flowers on the fairy, but it says, it dropped so low in my regard, I heard it hit the ground. Okay, so the little poem on the back says, it dropped so low in my regard, I heard it hit the ground and go to pieces on the stones at bottom of my mind. Yet blame the fate that fractured less than I revealed myself for entertaining plated wares upon my silver shelf. Okay, they are very, very cryptic poems, okay, and basically we've got the word fate in here though, so it's strange how we've had fated things coming in on your reading. And it says, it dropped so low in my regard, I heard it hit the ground and go to pieces on the stones at the bottom of my mind. Yet blamed the fate that fractured less than I reviled myself for entertaining plated wares upon my silver shelf. So it's like basically there'd been some kind of an accident that had happened. Okay, there was some obviously plates that were put on a silver shelf that ended up dropping and fracturing, and instead of sort of blaming themselves for putting those there in the first place, then they've blamed fate for it coming off the shelf and coming onto the floor. But I want to say there's a message there, a hidden message for you, Sag, saying, as I said before, fate happens for reasons sometimes and not for all the good. And that plate would have fell off that silver shelf, and it was a sort of a reminder from Spirit to say, if you put any more expensive things on there, then they aren't going to, it's not strong enough to hold, and you will sort of end up with more plates broken. So it was a message, a hidden message, and this is why I said the fates are coming in. There's a hidden message for some of my Sagittarians where something may not go to plan, but don't give up faith, because we had the faith card, didn't we, for you, because it's meant to happen for a reason. So, my lovely Sagittarians, I hope you can take something from that message. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising for future stories, because there could be some little snippets in there. Please comment if any of you ever bought The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady, going back into the 80s. I'm showing my age. So, until next time, you take care of yourself. Bye then.